He loved me until he didn't choose me. A love story told by a woman. Chapter 1. The woman I became after him. I'm not telling this story because I want sympathy. I'm telling it because silence almost destroyed me. There was a time when I believed love was something stable, something solid, something that once built could survive anything. I believed that if two people truly loved each other, betrayal wouldn't even be a possibility. Now I know better. I'm sitting alone as I tell this, in a place that doesn't carry his scent, his voice, or his memory in the walls. I had to leave everything behind to finally breathe again. But his presence still lives inside my thoughts, especially at night, when memories don't ask for permission. This is not just a story about a man who cheated. It's a story about how love can feel real and still be unfaithful. Chapter 2. Before love entered my life. Before him, my life was quiet and carefully controlled. I lived alone, worked at a small bookstore cafe near the coast, and kept my heart busy with routines instead of dreams. I had friends, casual dates, conversations that never went too deep. I told myself that I liked it that way. The truth was simpler. I was afraid of trusting the wrong person. Afraid of becoming one of those women who loved harder than they were loved back. I watched relationships around me fall apart and convinced myself I was smarter than that. I didn't know love doesn't care how careful you are. Chapter 3. The first time I saw him. I met Daniel on a rainy afternoon that didn't feel important at the time. He walked into the cafe, soaped and slightly embarrassed, shaking water from his jacket, like a man who didn't quite know where he belonged. When our eyes met, he smiled. Not confidently, not flirtatiously, but sincerely. That smile stayed with me. He ordered coffee and stood there longer than necessary, asking about the books on the shelves, the town, the weather. There was no pressure in him, no performance, just presence. When he left, something felt unfinished. I didn't call it attraction. I called it curiosity. Chapter 4. How strangers became familiar. Daniel came back the next day, and the next. At first, our conversations were small, safe. We talked about books, childhood memories, music that reminded us of people we no longer spoke to. Slowly, familiarity replaced formality. He remembered details about me that I didn't realize mattered. The way I liked my coffee. The authors I avoided because they made me cry. The way I always worked late, even when I was tired. With him, I felt seen without being examined. That was the beginning of my fall, feeling understood without realizing how deeply I would need him later. Chapter 5. Falling without noticing. Love didn't arrive loudly. It came quietly, disguised as comfort. I noticed it when I started looking for him in every crowd, when my day felt incomplete if I hadn't seen him, when his absence created a silence I couldn't explain. The night he kissed me, it wasn't desperate or rushed. It felt careful, like he was holding something valuable. I remember thinking, this is what safe love feels like. I didn't know how wrong I would be. Chapter 6. Choosing each other. We became official without announcements or dramatic moments. He asked me to move in months later, not with promises of forever, but with honesty. I want a life with you, he said, not someday, now. I said yes without hesitation. That was the moment I stopped protecting myself. I believed love meant safety, and safety meant commitment. I didn't realize how vulnerable commitment makes you. Chapter 7. Building a life together. Living together felt natural. Shared groceries, shared mornings, shared silence that never felt empty. We talked about the future casually, like it was already waiting for us. I trusted him completely. Trust is the most dangerous gift you can give someone who hasn't decided who they are yet. Chapter 8. When Love Becomes Comfortable. Our love didn't fade. It settled. There were routines, inside jokes, quiet evenings on the couch. He held my hand in public without thinking. Kissed my forehead before leaving for work. Told me he loved me like it was a fact, not a question. I thought comfort meant stability. I didn't realize comfort can make people careless. Chapter 9. The first signs I ignored. Changes never arrive screaming. Daniel started coming home later. His phone was always close. His laughter felt different, distracted. When I asked, he blamed work, stress, pressure. I believed him because love wants to believe. I chose trust over instinct. Chapter 10. The distance between us. We were still together, but something was missing. Conversation shortened. Touch lost intention. I tried harder while he pulled away quietly. Love made me smaller, softer, quieter. I didn't recognize myself anymore, but I blamed exhaustion, not betrayal. Chapter 11. The message that ended everything. I never meant to look at his phone. But it was there, buzzing, bright, unavoidable. A name I didn't know. A message I will never forget. I miss what we did last night. In that moment, my body went cold. My mind searched for explanations that didn't exist. Some truths arrive without mercy. Chapter 12. When he didn't deny it. Daniel didn't lie. That hurt more than anything. He said it was a mistake. Said it didn't mean anything. Said he still loved me. But love doesn't create secrets. I felt something inside me break, quietly, completely. Chapter 13. Trying to stay. I didn't leave immediately. Love doesn't disappear just because trust dies. I stayed because I remembered who he was. Because I wanted to believe this wasn't the end. Because leaving felt like admitting everything we built was fragile. But staying hurt more. Chapter 14. Living with betrayal. Sleeping next to him felt lonely. Every touch reminded me I wasn't the only one anymore. Every smile felt borrowed. Trust didn't return. It suffocated. I was breaking slowly. Chapter 15. When apologies stopped working. He apologized constantly. Flowers, tears, promises. But apologies don't heal what dishonesty destroys. I was tired of pretending I was okay just to make him feel forgiven. Chapter 16. Losing myself completely. I stopped laughing. Stopped sleeping. Stopped recognizing the woman I used to be. Love should not make you disappear. That realization scared me more than being alone. Chapter 17. The moment I chose myself. I packed my suitcase without drama. Daniel watched silently. I never meant to hurt you, he said. I know, I answered. But you did. And that was enough. Chapter 18. Leaving without hatred. I didn't leave angry. I left exhausted. Some love stories don't end with screaming, they end with acceptance. Chapter 19. Healing in silence. Being alone felt unfamiliar, but honest. I relearned myself slowly, without betrayal, without fear. Healing didn't come all at once, but it came. Chapter 20. What love means to me now. I still believe in love. But now I believe love is loyalty, choice, consistency. One day, someone will love me without breaking my trust. Until then, I am enough on my own.